Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton action and beyond. This week we catch up with the most successful player of 2014, Zhao Yunlei, as we find out the secret to her success and her goals for this season. And as the biggest badminton club in Malaysia closes down, we pay tribute to Michael's Badminton Academy. It has been an exceptional 2014 for China's Zhao Yunlei. A specialist in the doubles format, the 28-year-old has consistently achieved at the highest level in both the women's and mixed doubles. Together with Tian Qing in the women's doubles and Zhang Nan in the mixed, both of Zhao's partnerships are number one in the BWF World Rankings.
I started playing women's doubles first, and then later on, the mixed doubles. Both categories are doubles, but the women's and the mixed are very different in playing styles and tactics. And the skills required from me are not the same. I don't have a particular preference, but I just like the one that I can win the most.
Winning 3 World Super Series titles in the women's doubles and 4 in the mixed, including a lucrative BWF Destination Dubai World Super Series Finals victory in Dubai last month, saw Zhao Yunlei pull in the most prize money last year, with total winnings close to $250,000. The shuttler also reaped rewards for her country, grabbing 2 golds in both her disciplines at the BWF World Championships in Denmark, 2 golds and a bronze at the Incheon Asian Games, and she also played a significant role in helping China win their 13th Uber Cup title.
And the celebrations can begin. What a record they have.
So when it came to choosing the recipient for Female Player of the Year, it was an easy decision for the BWF Council.
I've been nominated before in previous years, but have not won. So winning the award has given me a lot of acknowledgement for my good performance in 2014. Now I'm motivated to train harder and perform better in the year ahead.
Zhao missed out on the award in 2012 despite making history at the London Olympics after becoming the first badminton player to win 2 gold medals in a single edition. It was a very happy Zhao that we met at the award ceremony gala dinner in Dubai. Of all the accomplishments she has achieved last year, she was most pleased with the double gold performance in Denmark.
I was very happy with my performance at the World Championships in Denmark because I won 2 world titles. It was a really tough tournament as I played 10 matches in all and was physically exhausted. But it was worth it as I won. I think that's my best performance of 2014.
In both of those final matches at the World Championships, Zhao was up against her compatriots. With China's domination of the sport, it's not uncommon for Chinese players to face each other in the latter rounds. For Zhao, competing against players you know inside out has its advantages.
There's a sense of familiarity when competing against my teammates. As we train together, we know their tactics. Our strategy is to outwit them. Against other players, they have their own style that's different from us. I like it, as it's challenging.
While the world champion welcomes the challenge of facing non-Chinese opponents, coming up against Zhao and her compatriots at any stage of a tournament is always a tough proposition for the other players. World number 4 mixed doubles Danish duo Christina Pedersen and Joachim Fischer-Nielsen know too well the strength of the Chinese.
When we were at the Olympics on the podium, we were standing beside the Chinese players, and once again at the World Championship there was only the Chinese players and me and Christina. So it is tough.
They have number 1 and number 2 from China, so they can play against each other every day if they want to. We don't have that many mixed pairs. In Denmark we have one other. Like in China, they have 6 pairs they can train with every day. So the competition just in China are really strong. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's difficult to beat them.
While success in 2 categories has brought her the glory she craves, it has put a strain on Zhao's body. She was forced to pull out of the Denmark Open at the quarterfinal stage of the mixed event due to injury, and she also had to withdraw from the French Open because of exhaustion. When we spoke to her partner and boyfriend Zhang Nan after the recently concluded Super Series finals, the last tournament of the calendar year, rest was at the top of the list.
My partner has competed in 2 categories non-stop throughout the year, so it's been really grueling for her. I hope we can get a chance to rest and recharge in the next couple of months so that we can build her physical condition and be ready to start competing again.
And with the usual big competitions coming up this year, including the Sudirman Cup and the start of the Olympic qualifications, the world number 1 is more determined than ever to maintain her good form.
There are a lot of big tournaments this year and the Olympic qualifiers also start. So I need to be more disciplined, train harder and perform well to get sufficient points to qualify for 2016.
It certainly was a fruitful 2014 for Zhao Yunlei. The big question is, can she match or exceed the exploits of last season?
I don't feel much pressure at all. In fact, I'd rather not give myself any pressure as I'm competing in 2 categories. I prefer to focus on performing well and giving my best. And at the end of the year, when I look back at what I've achieved, I'm proud and happy.
Hi, I'm Akane Yamaguchi. This is all of me.
17 years of age, Akane Yamaguchi.
World Junior Champion Akane Yamaguchi.
That is excellent.
Super angle.
By Yamaguchi.
親に聞いたところ、バドミントンは3歳頃始めたというふうに聞きました。
So impressive. She's such a hard worker on court. You know, and everybody was getting more and more scared because everybody said, who is this Akane Yamaguchi?
Yes, I think there's a lot of fighting spirit in her. She fought her way back, refused to give up.
Very, very good defense.
By Yamaguchi.
自分の得意なショットはスマッシュです。
Oh, that's extraordinary.
Yamaguchi commanding the rally.
What a shot. Look at that smash. Perfect. Nicely done.
That's brilliant.
That's the punch clear.
今の目標はどんな時でもどんなところでも試合で自分の 100% の力が出し切れるような選手になりたいと思います。そしてどんなところに行っても応援されるような選手になりたいと思います。
That's amazing.
At the age of 17, to be playing with that sort of maturity. It was Yamaguchi who was twisting and turning her opponents.
That's lovely, lovely play.
今までで一番印象に残っているのは2013年のヨネックスオープンジャパンで日本で地元開催の大会で優勝することができたことです。
It's been a long, long wait for Japanese fans, and finally they have a champion. Yamaguchi has become the youngest ever Super Series champion.
It's time for some trivia. We want you to name the player who clinched his first World Super Series title at the 2014 Yonex French Open. The answer after the break. We're in Malaysia after the break to say farewell to the biggest club in the country, Michael's Badminton Academy. Before the break, we asked you to name the player who clinched his first World Super Series title at the 2014 Yonex French Open. The answer is Zhou Tiancheng. The 24-year-old stunned Tomi Sugiarto in the semis before going on to defeat China's Wang Zhengming in a thrilling final. It went down to the wire in the deciding game, with the score at 18 apiece. But it was Cho who prevailed to clinch his first ever World Super Series title 10-21, 25-23, 21-19 in 75 minutes. He is the first men's singles player to bring home a World Super Series title for Chinese Taipei. Situated in the town of Puchong, approximately 22 kilometers away from the capital, Kuala Lumpur, Michael's Badminton Academy, also fondly known as MBA, is the largest badminton facility in Malaysia. After 10 years of operations, this much-loved venue is closing down. The academy has actually been in existence since 2001 and was the brainchild of the energetic Michael Lee. Despite its many achievements and firsts, the idea for MBA was born out of a very simple concept: passion.
Honestly, the badminton is my passion. I started playing at a very young age, but I don't have the opportunity. The meaning is that we can't find any indoor hall. Even a public court which is open air is still difficult to get. Especially when I was young, I'm staying in the low-cost flats. Out of about 15 to 20 blocks of apartment, we only have 1 or 2 courts. So imagine we have to chase to get the courts. So it's quite a problem now. One day in Johor, that I saw a lot of indoor courts built by private owners. That's where I see the potential in badminton in PJ, Petaling Jaya, which I feel that is the higher end.
And from that inspiration came the realization of a full-fledged academy.
I think it first started off at 2001 when we first embarked on our first center in Taman Mega. So that was in 2001, and we received very overwhelming response. And at that time we were looking for new locations, and we ended up in Puchong. So in 2004 we built this 32 badminton hall center. Puchong, why? I think it was an upcoming area. The place was relatively new and it was booming. So when we came into Puchong, we surveyed the market and we felt that it was a very appropriate market. Building such a big structure like this at that time, you know, it was very new. So we took the risk and we embarked on it.
MBA Puchong was more than just another club. It was at the heart of the local community. Providing health advice, it was also a meeting place and on occasions offered shelter.
And then here got food. I can here got stay back. I can sleep in bed, all free. I like here, and then I come every day.
I only started playing badminton about 2 years ago now. I am 76 years of age and I have retired. And as such, I have a lot of time on my hands. My friends, they encouraged me to play badminton, and that's where I met Michael. He's really taught me a lot, and it's been really fun. I followed him to play badminton at various places, overseas as well.
The centre had also taken up a lot of charitable causes. Badminton Unlimited visited MBA when it hosted the Hope for Change initiative at the beginning of 2014. The project was one of the many activities that the Academy undertook in its attempt to use badminton to positively impact the lives of the less fortunate.
I'm doing a lot of charity on orphanage. At the moment, I think we have 5 orphanage centers training here. These are supported by ECM Libra Foundation. I'm happy to say, because of my badminton, I get to know a lot of people throughout the world. In fact, I mean, my MBA name is throughout the world now, because of my passion, my connection.
With the lease up on the building, the Academy is now looking for another venue to settle in. It used its annual badminton tournament to celebrate its achievements and say thank you to those who have made the MBA such a success.
Every year, MBA organizes our own MBA International Badminton Championship towards the end of the year. So the timing seems very right. You know, unfortunately, our tenancy is expiring, so this is our final tournament. So with this, we have the theme for this event is called Our Journey. So when we said our journey, basically is to share with people the day when NBA first started, and along the way, you know, the other many events that we have done, the many friends that we have built. So hence this tournament is more of a celebration.
So as the sun sets on this remarkable place, we ask the 62-year-old founder what the abiding memory will be for him.
The children, seeing them growing up, you know, and then once they grow up, they still continuity. So to me, in the next 20 years, they still continue because they need some sports. Badminton is a nation #1 game, and easy, 2% you can start playing already. So this is one of the best sports I ever seen.
It's always hard to say goodbye. Michael's Badminton Academy definitely has a special place in Malaysian badminton. And just maybe, a new chapter is around the corner.
It's a very long journey. The next one, I think, will be very much more better. And the players, the students will be very much better because of my years of experience and gone through, you know. This is what I'm thinking of fulfilling.
We are in the midst of discussing with some potential sites. We are definitely going to continue this.
After the break, it's time to feature a rising star hoping to lay the foundation for the growth of the sport in Macau, Lo Hoc-man. In our One for the Future segments, we like to reveal some of the brightest young talent badminton fans can look out for in the coming years. As the sport continues to grow globally, these hot prospects come from all over, not just from the traditional powerhouses of the sport, such as Indonesia or China. So this week, we turn our attention to Macau. In earlier episodes, we showcased how China's Special Administrative Region is developing badminton. Its emphasis on youth development brings us to our featured young gun, 17-year-old national player Lo Hoc-man.
This is the sport I have been playing since young. I liked playing badminton very much after my first experience with it.
Although largely seen as a recreational activity, the sport is very popular with many Macanese. Like many kids starting out, it was Lo's family that sparked his interest in badminton.
My dad is interested in the sport and he plays regularly. He wanted me to pick up a sport to stay healthy, so he brought me along to his regular badminton sessions. That's how I picked up badminton.
What started out as just a family pastime soon became much more as he joined his school's badminton team. Honing his skills against his peers, it became apparent to national selectors that the youngster was something special. Lo was just 10 years old.
I was in primary 5 when I won the Macau National School Championships and I was selected into the Macau National Schools team. After several rounds of selection, I was eventually picked to join the Macau national team.
Newly installed as a national player, pressure mounted on the teenager to perform in the local scene. Shrugging off the attention, Lo continued to deliver. He won the National School Championships for 3 consecutive years.
During that period, the pressure on studies wasn't that intense, so I could spend more time on training. Every day, the high-intensity training will last for 2 to 3 hours, consisting of long drills and fitness exercises. I was actually very nervous when I was retaining my title, so I was really ecstatic when I managed to defend the championship title for 3 consecutive years. I had to go through very tough training to defend my title, so I think that was my best achievement so far.
Academic achievement remains the priority for Macanese students, with sports rarely a first choice as a career. Lo is no different. Along with his fellow national players, he juggles his time between studies and training, but the teenager is hoping to make the most of his badminton talent.
If I don't do well in my studies, my parents may stop me from playing badminton. So I make sure that I have good grades and finish up my schoolwork before I attend training sessions.
At
18, that's the age where they will attend university. They usually choose studies over a badminton career. That's why our national team are all juniors.
His resilience was rewarded at last October's Asian Games, reaching the last 16 in the men's singles. His compatriots also reached the quarterfinals in the women's doubles. Lo is taking heart from these results as he tries to push his own performances to greater heights.
I think it is definitely an encouragement to us all. The Asian Games is a major competition which not everyone has a chance to take part in. I hope to participate in more international tournaments and progress further into the next few rounds. I want to play well so that I can go beyond the first round and not always get easily knocked out of these competitions.
Lo Hokman's limited success is still worthy of plaudits given his young age and circumstances. Talents such as his are the bedrock on which the progress of Macau is founded, and long may it continue. There was the sound of champagne being popped and clapping recently as the Badminton World Federation took another huge step in its global growth. The BWF and Total struck a historic deal that will see the energy giant become the title sponsor for all BWF major events in the next 4 years.
I think it's marvelous that we have now created this partnership with Total, which I think will also lift us up to the next level. I really think that it's an important improvement of our sponsorship level, and Total is giving us this opportunity. I think it's really fantastic.
The multi-million-dollar sponsorship will see Total's name on some of the biggest tournaments in the BWF calendar, including the World Championships, Thomas and Uber Cup Finals, and Sudirman Cup. The deal also means they will be the official sponsor of the World Super Series events. For Total, the tie-up is perfect for a company looking to increase their visibility in a region where badminton is strong.
Total product, they are formulated and they are developed in order to enhance performance. We are looking for the prolongation of the engine in the car, for instance, and it's all about performance. And we believe that badminton is a good combination with our product, with our fuel product or lubricant product like the quartz range, because we are all geared to performance.
So we know also that badminton is a game of athletic endurance and stamina. But one other reason is also that Total has to be better known in Asia, as we started our operation quite recently. As badminton is one of the top 5 most preferred game on TV in Asia, we expect that we can increase our brand awareness due to that.
The partnership, which also involves promoting badminton globally, comes at a particularly exciting time for the sport. The next 18 months will see the build-up to the Olympics and a chance for the players to showcase their skills at the biggest sporting arena. It also provides BWF and Total with an opportunity to build badminton's brand.
Partnership with Total will definitely give us a bigger credibility. The market will actually realize that badminton is now a worldwide sport where it's also is capturing worldwide companies, and Total is a worldwide company. We can be more creative in showing the markets what we can do together with Total, and badminton is really fortunate with this sponsorship.
This landmark deal is a signal of intent by the BWF as to where badminton is heading, and it provides Total with a powerful brand with which to leverage their products. It's a partnership in which everyone wins, and that can only be good for the sport. Before we go, let's find out what's happening on the international circuit in our Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we report on Malaysia's new Purple League and how it's hoping to energise the country's badminton scene. See you next week.